Crispers Cajun Spice limited edition. We're going to give these a try today, see if they're any good. Crispers can be hit or miss depending on the flavor. Hoping these ones are a winner. Let's have a quick look at the nutritional info and the ingredients before we get started, and let's dive right in.
Taste and seasoning.
These crackers start out poorly with a 1 out of 5. They're not very Cajun-y tasting. They do have a flavor to them, but it's not Cajun. I don't know what it is. Maybe salt and pepper? They taste artificial. No natural flavors coming through here, and they leave a bad aftertaste. They are seasoned well all over, but the flavor just isn't hitting the mark. I was hoping for something better, but here we are.
Smell and aroma.
This is another 1 out of 5. They do smell like crackers, but they don't smell like Cajun crackers. Again, I'm picking up more of a salt and pepper type of vibe from the smell and the aroma. And it's not a very appetizing aroma either. It's just kind of bland. You know, the more that I think about it, the smell kind of matches the taste. It smells like disappointment, and it tastes like disappointment. Very unfortunate.
Texture and crunch.
They have that typical Crispers texture and crunch, so nothing to complain about there. You know, that light sort of airy crunch that Crispers have. And they're not greasy, so that's a bonus. I'll give it a solid 3.5 out of 5. And I usually get a nice mouthfeel and enjoyment out of eating Crispers, but that flavor really ruins it for this one. Still, 3.5 out of 5.
Spiciness.
Cajun flavor with a flaming hot pepper on the front of the package. I expected to get some heat, but I didn't get any heat out of these things. They were really mild, in fact. I'll give them a 1 out of 5 on the spiciness level, but they've also earned a 1 out of 5 on the satisfaction level because the spice factor isn't satisfying at all, especially when you're expecting spice. Again, very disappointed. They could do better.
Freshness.
One thing that they have going for them is that they taste fresh, so I'll give them a solid 4 out of 5 on freshness. They have that nice clean snap when you bite into them. They're nice and crispy, like I said earlier. Just what you expect out of a crisper. And even though they do have kind of a weird aftertaste, they still taste fresh once you bite into them. I wouldn't say they're the freshest tasting crackers I've ever had, but they still hold up.
Value.
This 145 gram pack ranges in price depending on where you go, and it really ranges all over the place in price. Walmart, for example, has got a 3 for $7 deal on right now, or 1 pack for $2.78. And then you go to other supermarkets and they're $4.49 just for 1 pack. It's really strange. Either way, value for these, considering I didn't like them, I think I paid $3 for the pack that I bought. And $3 isn't too bad, but it's only not too bad if you like what you're getting. So I'll give value a 2 out of 5.
Packaging and branding.
As far as the packaging goes, I like it a lot. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. It's got a really nice bright package. The saxophone and the spice and the beads, they give off a New Orleans type of vibe. I like the limited edition in the top right. It makes you want to try them before you can't anymore. The orange and the purple colors work well together. And the spices and the hot pepper definitely makes you want to try these things. I just really wish they tasted as good as the package looks.
Uniqueness.
I've given other foods a 5 out of 5 before for being uniquely gross. But these aren't gross. They're just not very good. They're bland. Definitely don't taste like Cajun crackers. If they did, then maybe I'd say they were unique. But I just can't get there, so uniqueness is a 0 out of 5.
Final rating.
I was highly disappointed with these. I was expecting more. I was expecting better. I was expecting spice. I was expecting Cajun flavor. I didn't really get any of that. So these are a 1 out of 5 overall. I personally wouldn't buy them again, but if you're interested in this flavor, there is a link in the description below. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.